to turn waste into a value that can be utilized for fuel, for heat, or for other valuable purposes. That is what the group of companies we have under the Symbiotic concept are ready to deliver. Some of them are with us here. Some of them are elsewhere, but still part of the Symbiotic concept. This week's activities have been focused on transport solution, transport monitoring, but also on waste and waste to energy aspects. So, with your permission, I will just briefly introduce and give the floor for a very, very short introduction to the companies we have with us here. So for a good transport solution, buses is a necessity. So I would like to give the first. Where do we have Steve? Steve. Steve Hollon, Volvo Singapore. Volvo Bus Singapore. Please, Steve.
Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. So I'm Steve from Volvo Bus. Volvo Bus is one of the leading companies in terms of BRT, especially in South America, and also we are providing articulated buses, CNG buses, and hybrid diesel buses. Our latest success in terms of hybrid diesel is the city of Bogota, who purchased 200 buses to run their BRT with hybrid diesel. Thank you.
And then we have another bus company, but I will keep them a bit apart. So, so for buses probably not, but for cars, for a well-functioning traffic system, on-street parking is an important part. Call it access. Mr. Alain?
Yes, Mr. Vice Governor, I'm very honored and pleased to meet you again, actually, and I want again thank you for our last meeting and giving us the opportunity to present our solutions. I'm again here with Andre, Rizal over there, and Wahyu, and I look forward now launch this project in Jakarta. Thank you again for being here. Thanks.
Tomorrow. We launch it, yeah?
But also another vital part, which I know, which we actually discussed last time we were here, and what will continue to be discussed, I think, is the traffic monitoring system, ERP system, and that is Johan Ahlberg.
Yes, good afternoon, Vice Governor. I was part of the delegation that discussed a bit about GPS-based onboard units and so on, and yeah, we have developed further, and I would like to present it at a later stage to you. So we are still here with our onboard unit that we would like to introduce.
We already talked with our
Japan. Yeah, we are talking to them all the time. Okay.
And now I think it's time to introduce the other bus maker, Scania. Urban, where are you? Please.
Good afternoon, my name is Urban Steyer, working for the SRO, Scania representative office in Indonesia. We have United Tractor, which we are supporting, our distributor, and British Bus Public Transportation. So, thank you very much.
So demo bus is coming and double bus?
Yes, actually,
yes?
I got a picture that they're already building it, so it's on the way.
Pictures on the now?
Group. One of our bus operators already ordered 70 units for articulated with Scania. They also, but we next year we plan to purchase 1,000 units for Transjakarta and small, medium 2,000 3,000. 3,000 units.
So what you're saying, Mr. Vice Governor, is that we can celebrate that the 71st buses have been ordered.
Yeah.
Great. That's a great
Yes,
moment for us.
the operator.
Yes.
Operator.
Congratulations,
I
Governor.
heard from the Astra Group,
Yes.
they told me they already got the order of 70 units, but not from us. It's from the private sector.
Yes,
To
you
be
understand.
operator. And we think it's very important to put your price list to our government e-catalog. That's very important. Like a 44. I don't know, 44 agency is different. 44 is the Indomobile Group.
Yes, correct, yes.
Yeah.
Indomobile for Volvo and Astra for UD.
Yeah. Yeah, but for truck it's UD also. I think you need to talk with them and put your price list in the e-catalog. When all your product is in our e-catalog, we could directly purchase. No need bidding. It's very easy. If you bidding, you will lose to Chinese company. Because cheap and looks good, there's not a problem. That's why we prefer to purchase the best quality. That's what we want. I think 44 could bring your product because you need to go to the transportation minister to get like a
Yes.
kinds of certificate.
Yes.
Yeah, like Garanda, but it's
Actually, we have the meeting with the transportation minister after this meeting with you, now this afternoon.
yes.
So it's planned. Mr. Vice Governor.
So, two companies left, and I have the pleasure to introduce Sweco Group and Jenny Videll. And Sweco is a multidisciplinary Swedish technical consultant and architect company. And I would like to mention on this note that Sweco was actually the company in the industry spearheading the development of the Sylvia City concept. So they have a full range of services and activities in all related urban functions. But Jenny, where is Jenny? Jenny, please.
Hello, thank you for letting us come today. It's very nice to be here. And I'm from the consulting company Sweco, and we are, as Matt said, a group of one of the largest consulting companies in Scandinavia. And we are engineers and architects and environmental experts that work together to get good solutions and want to contribute to smarter and safer and more attractive societies with as low environmental impact as possible. And me myself, I work in the field of transport.
And finally, to get all this good business we are discussing now, to get financed, we also need export financing. So Swedish Export Credit Corporation, Carl.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Carl Engelbert from Swedish Export Credit Corporation, or SEK. We are owned by the government and we finance export from Sweden. So we hope that some of the projects we discussed today will get concrete so we can finance them. But we have also financed a lot in the past. Telecom, power, for example, PLM is in Sweden. We strive to be talk with every day and the Swedish government. Also in healthcare. So it's a promising market and we hope to be more active here.
Excuse me. Sweco company is also the same company for the rounded separator machine. Different. Separator machine. To separate the thing. This is also Sweco. I use Sweco machine. But we purchased from Kentucky, USA. Use the Sweco name.
Okay.
Sweco. Different. Yeah, this is separator for mining. For mining and ceramics. It's Sweco, it's Sweco.
Okay, yes.
We have to open a process. But in USA. That is one of your brands.
They are very much into it.
They use a Sweco product.
I must look that up. Very interesting.
Yeah, Sweco.
Yeah. Yes, and I think it would be also very nice and interesting now to contribute also from the Swedish governmental agency side, the National Agency for Regional Growth, National and Regional Growth and Analysis. Would you like to add something, Martin, on this? Together with Tillväxtverket and Tillväxtanalys, speak for both, please.
Thanks for that. Okay, so my name is Martin Flack and I work at the Swedish Agency for Growth Policy Analysis, and we actually are here to learn more about what's going on here in Indonesia in terms of energy transitions, sustainable land use management, and so on and so forth, and also sustainable urban development. And when it comes to the development and specific projects discussion, I actually think I'll have to hand that over to perhaps Marcus.
Oh yes, Marcus, you, please.
Yes, thank you. My name is Marcus Liu, and I'm a program manager for the Swedish Agency for Economic and Regional Growth. And one of the things that we do is that we co-finance projects between Swedish companies and Indonesian partners. For example, the CB car that I know has been shown for you.
Yes, the small electric car that has been developed with money from the Agency for National Growth and Regional Growth.
Thank you. Yes, and also in regional development and urban and sustainable development, we also have a few projects and activities. Thank you.
I not yet found the environment for sewage company very interesting to how to manage our wastewater management.
Yes, that is absolutely something that you have mentioned also before, and therefore we have our consultant with us from Sweco, who is an expert on sustainable city solutions. So Jenny, could you fill in on that, please?
Yes, Sweco is an expert in waste and water supply and cleaning water as well. Our consultants have been doing that in a lot of countries, mostly in Europe, Eastern Europe, the last decades.
Us and have good contacts with all these Swedish companies, so we can connect to them if you know specifically what you want.
Yes.
So regarding the wastewater treatment, is that at the moment Jakarta is already have a master plan, let's say, to have a proper wastewater treatment facilities. While at the moment we only cover 3% of the domestic wastewater treated, but now we already have a master plan thanks to also central government, the Ministry of Public Works, assisted by the JICA, that we have a master plan for developing 15 zone area to be served by proper wastewater treatment. We hope that with this implementation of these facilities, we can clean our river, so we can increase the quality of the water in the river itself. So the process of implementing such facilities, of course, there will be some scheme, government project. It can also become a public-private partnership. So in this issue, probably that if we can share some ideas from Sweden, that's the
we're glad to do that, but also to fill on what Mr. Clark said. I think it's important to know in which stage this process is now. Whether it's is it planning and design? That's very much a Sweco and their colleagues related business. Could it be a design for instance, biogas production from sludge? That is also if that is on the table, that could be a planning and development phase as well, and then in different stages where you have implementation and investments, that a different discussion probably. But we are open to get to know where you are and what you would like, and we will surely provide you with information on what we can support and with which companies and competence.
Well, at the moment, we've finalized the master plan. Jakarta is divided into 15 zones, including the first already in operation. And at the moment, we're now doing a more detail on 2 of these 14 zones. Only 2 from 14 zones, out of these 14 zones.
Detailed planning.
Yeah, more detailed planning. So there's still 12 zones that need to be developed in terms of detail planning as well as the implementation. So in this, I think we need, well, of course, with the experience of developing the first 2, probably we can also implement in the other locations. But if some ideas or probably some, proposal came for this, even for the possibly also the public-private partnership, why not? That's the issue.
We are ready. Yeah. So that let's just agree on the contact person so that we involve Sweco in that discussion. So certainly.
So we shall be in contact with you, sir, about this. So then we will come back with the companies and the consultant to you next week.
So later on in the meeting, I think we can speak in more detail about the scheme itself.
Okay, I think from a practical point of view, if you have the opportunity, I think it's possible to arrange a technical meeting tomorrow. We won't have time today, but let's discuss that after the meeting.
Let me add a little bit on that, because we're talking about problems. We have all the problems in the world really for Jakarta. Sewer is one of our major problems because for so long we only have 3% mentioned. And at the moment we have on the table a master plan, and 2 zones is currently under detailed evaluation. And JICA is interested in financing the first 2 zones. But we're a little bit worried about that, because with the plans, it will take about 4 years to finalize the financing, and then it will take another 4 years to finish the first 20% of the 2 zones. So it's, we're a bit ambitious in terms of this strategy. So we want to do a little bit more. Yeah. The World Bank has looked at this and made their evaluation, and they said this is not so aggressive. So we come to a conclusion that we need to do a more aggressive strategy on this, especially in terms of environmental issue. That's number 1. And for that purpose, we have a company, government-owned company, who's looking at that. So they are actually operating the system, and they are also now developing that. So we can discuss that possibly directly with the company, the respective company. The other things that you mentioned about BRT system, yes, ATCS transport related. MRTS, maybe you've heard that we have started the groundbreaking. We have finalized 3 contracts with the contractors, and since this is a tight loan, so mostly it's Japanese consortium, because that is the requirement of the loan. And we also have just finalized the contract with another 3 contracts. So we have 3 contracts for underground system, and then 3 contracts for the elevated system, and then another contract for depot. 2 others relating to the rolling stock and the E&M. This is not yet finalized. One thing I maybe would be of interest is the operational issue, because at the moment we haven't touched on this, the O&M issue. We probably would outsource this, because based on the experience from other cities like Bangkok, Manila, that we need to prepare the O&M a little bit in advance, or maybe at least parallel with the construction. This is one thing. Could be possibly an area that we can also discuss. On the traffic restraint, ERP, it's been discussed for many years. As far as I can remember, it started back in 1995, the first discussion on this. The problem at that time is on the legal side, because we have the authority to implement based on traffic and transport law, but we cannot charge them because our law on tax and charges doesn't allow. So this was the difficulties then. Now we have solved this, so we have the two in place. But we have another problem at the moment, because we also need to discuss that with our local government, our local council, as far as the charging is concerned. So we are currently discussing that. Hopefully we can get the bylaws in place by the end of this year or early next year, so we can use that as a base for implementing this road pricing scheme. Parking system, I think it's been discussed. Yes, I think it's on the way, I believe.
Okay, because I was going to ask you the question actually, regarding the actual status, because after our last successful meeting and public presentation, Mr. Basuki, we already produced 50 units ready to dispatch for Indonesian market, and we adapted the product for this specific market. This decision was made together with our local partner, Vertical Access. So actually, in order to start the business and launch the project, we are just waiting for this approval, if I understand well.
I just want to tell you, just yesterday, I have a meeting with our parking department by Enrico. The problem is by Enrico, he waits for our financing department to do a beauty contest. I think if you could not wait for this financing department, this parking department could do by themselves for like a beauty contest. And I think this Kari company will win, because we will put the very tight specification, have experience in many countries, have many years experience in production. So just yesterday, asked Mr. Enrico to do this. So we want very fast. And I hope at the end of this year, many part of the Jakarta road will put machine, like Sabang, Padani. We are very interesting, like a CCTV, everything like that. Yeah, but ERP, yeah, we have to talk to this is what beauty contest, because I think maybe the problem is the police headquarters. They get from the Norway company to do what we said is okay. What we need is the open system. When in the open system, you could do this Norway. If the Sweden company could win this beauty contest, we will run with this.
Yeah, just to comment that the Norwegian company Q3 and Touch, they're working according to the European standard, and they delivered very similar products.
Yes.
So, I mean, it would be good for you to have two suppliers in that case. I mean, it's exactly the same. We are competing in almost all the countries, more than 32 countries worldwide. Both Q3 and us and other companies are fighting every day. So it's very good for you.
You know, in all of the competition, 50-50?
In fact, it's in Sweden, they use Norway product.
But we are also also selling in Norway. We are also selling in Norway, so it's different thing.
We already decided like a corridor 1 from Block M to the RCP. This is the first project, and also Kunjungan. But we want to give a compensation to the people. When we use the ERP, we want to give them a free charge bus, bus. This is for double decker.
Yes.
That's why on the corridor 1, they also have a free charge lower deck double decker bus. So people have to pay, and no motorcycle get inside, and you have to pay. If you want to use the bus, you have to pay. And that's what our policy is like that. We still want to find out. We don't want to get to jail because of this. Many private company want to invest in this, so we don't need to use our budget for have this ERP. That's why we choose our own company, the Jakarta Komunikasi. Nandi, you have met him.
Yes.
Yeah, we hope we could do this, and we want to let all the banks in Jakarta could get in, because this, OBU is just a back office, and we want this open system, so every bank could join this. This is a little bit different with the Bank Mandiri user. Double is
All right.
toll road have a problem, because only Bank Mandiri could get in, not other banks. We want every bank to get in. You just need to have a bank account. A bank account, you could do this. Maybe bank will provide them or do, I don't know how to do this.
Or internet banking through mobile telephones, is that okay?
Yeah, but there are already banks. The banks are very interested in this. And I mean, what we're providing is a money printing machine. So there will be a lot of revenue that goes into the government of Jakarta. And I mean, you need to keep pretty tight control of that money, I would assume, through the banks, but with the transparent transaction directly to yourself.
So we hope ERP, bus, parking machine, I think this is on the progress. But we still not yet have the program is for wastewater management. I think it's very important for us in Jakarta.
Yes.
Because we have 13 main river in Jakarta, but we lack of water resources for fresh water. It's very ridiculous. And when the rainy season comes, flood everywhere, but we do not have enough water for the fresh water. That's why it is very important we have a wastewater management company to solve this problem. And we already have the power. We have one company to do this, so it is more easy when business to business cooperation. We just support any bureaucracy, we have for administration, we will help. Especially for the Sweden company in Jakarta. If you have a problem with the administration, you just let us know. We still on our progress for one-stop service. We still wait for our parliament to pass the law for one-stop service. But when this law is not yet passed, we could do it manually. Just come to our office, we do it for you. It's like a service company.
Thank you very much. I just would like to add that Balkan Access, the Swedish company, we have about 65 years of experience in this business, as you know. And we have a vision not only for the city of Jakarta, for Indonesia as a country, like with a mass transit integration, public transport that you use the same car for the buses, for the metro in future time, and you can pay the parking as well. We have even the vision, we know that Jakarta is a huge market, a future potential market, that in case of big business here, we are even planning to perhaps start a production locally here in Indonesia. So this is a vision of Kala as well, to cover from perhaps Jakarta, all Asia and Asian market, just to let you know about our vision. Thank you.
So you just let your local partner to put in this specification in the beauty contest. It's very easy. There's experience, more than 60 years, or everything like that.
We are working very hard.
Very easy to put it.
So Mr. Vice then let me just confirm that we will be ready to set up a technical meeting, first brief month to look into the case of the 2+13 projects in the sewage system. Could include a initial review of the plans and the program. Could review other parts, but let us bring the super experts and let's see if we can find time for technical meeting tomorrow.
I think tomorrow is first. Yes. Asap.
We will invite also PDPAL to join.
And do I understand it correctly, with the double-decker buses, it's these buses that you need more now than the other buses?
Yeah,
and they are diesel?
We said we have Trans-Jakarta bus,
yes.
dedicated bus. This is special route.
Yes.
What we want to use regular route, the left side is a double-decker bus.
Yes.
So we really want to give a free service for tourism and for the people. But you have to drop your motorcycle. You have to park your motorcycle and use this bus. So we need this double. For our disability people,
yes.
they have a problem going to the Trans-Jakarta bus. That's why we need a lower decker bus. But here we just copy Singapore. Volvo also has an opportunity to do this. And it's good. You have Volvo and Scania. So you need to report to the Transportation Minister first. You prototype to get the certificate.
Okay, well understood. Thank you very much.
Yes, we do that. And we have invited the taxation office of Jakarta to visit Sweden in connection with the electronic road pricing and congestion fees. And they are, we have programs waiting for them if you would like to let them go.
Yeah,
Vice Governor.
I already let them go because we But the fact is, we don't need to go to Sweden. We already know your products, you know. But you're too kind to let them go. So the Excellency said, okay, you go. But actually, I don't want to let them go. Because they already know the product for what to go in there. They already know the product.
Yeah, and perhaps we could also add some environmental education in your schools in Jakarta. We are working on this now on a national level. Mr. Vice Minister has brought this up with the Minister of Environment and several other, Pakantoro, for example. So, of course, that would be very interesting to do some kind of launching of that also here in the schools of Jakarta, if you are interested. Just as an example.
I want to introduce education.
Launching. Okay. Just pick up the schools that you like.
Okay.
You will launch.
Yes, I think our group, if there is any other questions or all of them are sold now. Okay. Also.
Yeah, it's very important. This is
okay, and we are going to have this meeting and everything. Yes, it's already.
Because like parking machine already has a partner, ERP already, bus already has a partner in local. It's very more easy than CX companies, more difficult. But I think you have to invite Jakpro too. Jakpro has an interesting to do this business too. Jakpro.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm sorry for this delay, but I would like to say we are very thankful for just this meeting. It was very concrete and it was very active. I think very good. Thank you, Mr. Vice Governor. And I would like to
Traffic jam is up.
Our warmest regards from the Vice Minister and from the Prime Minister of the Of course. Okay.
Oke, Jakarta.
Terima kasih Pak. Thank you very much.
Parkir musim parkir, bus, pengurangan air limbah. Ya, dia pengalaman kan, masuk waste to energy. Kita pengen ada private sektornya gabung gitu. Nah, kita punya BUMD kan, silakan dia gabung. Bagi mereka tuh Indonesia itu masuk dalam 6 negara penting di dunia. Dalam pasar kita, perkembangan. Dia juga ke Bandung kan, ke Dewan Kamil. Pergi juga.
Itu sudah sejauh mana Pak? Kan kemarin ini sudah pernah ada pertemuan.
Kita udah temuin soal ERP, itu udah pasangan dengan Jakong. Kalau perusahaan bus kan tinggal kita suruh dia masukkan dalam e-katalog. Kalau prinsip kita semua di e-katalog kita tinggal beli.
Berarti nanti ERP memang pakai teknologinya Swedia ini?
Belum tentu, bisa juga Norwegia kan kita tender. Karena dia benar dia open system kan. Di Swedia sendiri kan Norwegia sama itu gabung. Yang penting kan open system, kalau sistemnya buka, perusahaan manapun ikut, bank manapun bisa ikut. Yang kita paling khawatir bisa kayak e-tolkat kan jadi masalah kan. Hanya satu bank. Sistem bank itu kan kenyamanan. Orang pengen semua nasabah. Nah, kita lagi mendorong prinsip itu semua orang kan tidak pakai uang gilar itu. Semua orang kan pengennya kan pakai auto debit semua macam. Pengennya seperti itu. Jadi, kalau semua bank terlibat, orang kan hidup makin nyaman kan di Jakarta kan. Semua bayar minyak kita pakai kartu ATM. Kartu Jakarta Pintar aja udah ATM kok. Jadi semua tinggal debit. Ya, aku mesti balik ada rapat lagi. Ini gara-gara ganti Wagub soalnya. Harusnya Wagub ini.
Pak, kalau soal ERP yang baru apa Pak?
ERP yang baru. Katanya anak kecil nggak boleh ikut campur. ERP kita lagi bicarakan soal bank. Yang penting semua tuh mesin itu nggak masukin kartu. Kalau mau masukin kartu pasti terbatas banknya. Nah kita pengen yang model mesinnya itu hanya di depan terus belakang kantor yang di debit dari rekening. Jadi kalau kamu pakai mobil lewat, kamu nggak ada duit di sini, tapi potong dari rekening bank kamu. Ya pengennya seperti itu sistemnya.
Ya. Lanjut kayak gini dong Pak, yang pejabat ditangkap itu semuanya udah ada di daftar PPAT.
Ya, perusahaan-perusahaannya dia semua. Perusahaannya dia semua.
Itu CEO-nya Pak.
Kaps ini sekretaris menterinya. Ini mesin parkirnya.
Pak,
bagus ini, dia pasang CCTV segala macam.
Kalau diberlakukan ERP itu idealnya berapa sih Pak di sini Pak? Kalau
nggak ngomong ideal, tergantung kemampuan orang lewat, tergantung berapa kamu nekat. Kalau 20.000 masih murah lewat 50.000, 50.000 masih nekat ya 70. Kan soalnya IRP itu konsep tuh mengatur volume kendaraan di jalan, bukan duitnya sebetulnya. Kita ingin membatasi jumlah kendaraan di jalan.
Inginnya berapa berarti targetnya? Berapa mobil?
Yang sesuai saja supaya tidak macet.
Belum ketemu angkanya?
Ada hitungannya. Ada profesor transportasi ada hitungannya. Saya lupa ada hitungannya kan. Jadi lewat padat masih. Jadi sekian menit itu kendaraan harusnya bisa sampai berapa kilometer. Ada rumusnya. Ada sekolah transportasi sih.
Pendapatan dari IRP itu tidak ditargetkan Pak?
Enggak. Kita bukan pikirin duitnya, tapi kalau dapat duitnya ya tambahan untuk beli kasih bus gratis. Kalau bisa untung, kenapa nggak gratiskan seluruh bus DKI? Kalau dari IRP, ternyata orang kaya di Jakarta ini biar 100.000 pun ku bayar aja. Pokoknya aku mau lewat, mau nyaman gitu kan. Mau 200.000 pun saya bayar, ya bayar aja. Kalau 100.000 lewat 1 juta biji sehari, 100 miliar. Ya kan? Tinggal ketawa-ketawa, kita kasih gratis ini bus seluruh Jakarta. Yang kiri, orang kaya-kaya itu udah rela bayar 100.000, 200.000, dia mana mau naik bus kan? Karena kan kenyamanan kendaraan pribadi tidak mungkin dikalahkan oleh transportasi umum. Nah di situ ada prinsip keadilan tadi kan.
Waktu itu Kadisub sempat ngomong 22.000 Pak, itu
memang itu kajian mereka 22.000 untuk awal gitu. Tapi kalau 22.000 masih macet, ya naikin.
Ngomongin sistem pra-IRP.
Pra-IRP kita nggak mau ngomong, itu urusan kita.
Oh, paling ada
cuma stiker, tapi kita anggarkan nanti untuk stiker-stiker kita mau anggarkan.
Ini Pak, kalau yang pejabat DKI yang ditangkap kejaksaan itu datanya sebetulnya ada di laporan PPATK yang ada di Bapak.
Mungkin, aku nggak tahu, nggak ada laporan, nggak ada kewajiban mereka melapor kepada kami.
Tapi kan bukannya ada daftarnya Pak, PPATK waktu itu kan
nggak ada siapa. Enggak.
Tapi kerjasamanya berarti apa Pak?
Kerjasama makan siang bareng.
Apa?
Iya. Tapi boleh dong kerjasama makan siang bareng kan boleh kan makan.
Mendagri himbau agar kepala daerah menjalin kerjasama dengan.
Itu kamu yang tulis ya kompas.com.
Apa yang menjalin kerjasama dengan FPI Pak?
FPI itu apa?
Front Pembela Islam.
Masa? Belum baca.
Iya. Baca gimana Kak kalau
aku nggak tahu apa benar apa nggak benar nggak nanti Mendagri bilang wartawan memplesetkan lagi pernyataannya. Nah nanti memplesetkan lagi, saya belum tahu beritanya. Dulu juga bilang memplesetkan, nanti apa salah tafsir nanti katanya. Salah membaca maksudnya.
Kepala daerah itu nggak boleh alergi sama yang namanya organisasi masyarakat gitu Pak. Kayak gitu.
Jadi kenapa ngomongnya ke FPI?
Iya salah satunya FPI Pak.
Kepala daerah, berarti kamu tanya ke Pak Gubernur, karena saya wakil kepala daerah. Maksud Pak Mendagri itu hanya kepala daerah. Wakil tidak masuk, mungkin gitu kan. Wakil tidak masuk maksudnya kan. Kepala daerah ya.
Takut di demo FPI.
Bener dong? Hanya kepala daerah kan, kalimatnya kan.
Tapi disuruhnya ke Joko.
Enggak masukkan kepala daerah. Himbauan Mendagri kan, berarti wakil kepala daerah nggak ada dong.
Cari aman APBD